Hi guys, so today I'm sitting down. I'm exhausted. I had a really long day. I had to go to an appointment and then I had to get literally like 8 pages of labs drawn. I'm not even kidding you. But anyways, and I had to drive through literally a monsoon. It was insane. I mean, the water was torrential downpour. People were flashing their lights. And so needless to say, I made it home, but I'm really tired and I need to sit down. The chronic illness is kicking my butt. Anyways, so I wanted to show you though, another traditional dish that I absolutely love. My family, they could eat this like at least once a week, but I don't make it once a week. But I just wanted to show you another spin on something that you can make with cube steak. Now, cube steak isn't a really expensive cut of steak. It's the one that has the little like squares on it. It's cubed. And I like to make breaded cube steak. It's so good. And the recipe I'm using, because I like to do my traditional recipes, is from the book Cocina Criolla, which is Latin cuisine. And this recipe in Spanish is called carne empanada, which means breaded meat. Very simple. And in this recipe, I'm pretty much sticking to exactly how it is because it's simple and we don't need to be complicated today. And like I said, I'm tired and I don't want to think. So what I did was to adobar, or to season the meat first. And I, in a bowl, crushed up 2 cloves of garlic, pretty big cloves of garlic, 2 cloves of garlic. I minced it first and then I put it in the bowl. And then I added oregano and garlic powder. Actually, no, I added the garlic, sorry, not to that. I added the garlic powder to the breadcrumbs and to the eggs. Sorry, so, and that was just vinegar, white vinegar, I'll show you. White vinegar. I used some olive oil, but I already finished it, so I just threw away the container. But olive oil, it just tastes better. And I minced with some salt too, and then I just crushed that up, mixed it up, and then I washed the meat off, and then I put the meat in there and put it in the refrigerator for about 20 to 30 minutes. And now in here are 4 eggs, well beaten, with a little bit of salt and a little bit of garlic powder. And over here I have some panko breadcrumbs seasoned with, again, a little bit of garlic powder. Because the rule of thumb that I have heard and that I've seen and I go by is that you have to season the like layers of flavor. That's how I feel like bland food happens, is if you're not seasoning things. So, ooh, as I hit things over here, and when you're not seasoning things. So, well, anyways, and you don't have to have a heavy fan, I can't even talk, heavy hands. You just need a little bit, you know, you want the flavor to spread throughout. So anyways, first we're going to do is we're going to, let me grab this. Ugh, I'm not in the mood to touch this with my hands today. And so, and I cut this is 2 pounds, by the way, of cube steak. And I cut the steak in half, each thing in half, so that they're a little bit smaller, just so that they'll fit in the pan a little bit better. And you don't want it to be too soggy. So dip in there and then dip in the breadcrumbs. Now this is the key. You really want your breadcrumbs to be deeply, how do I say, I don't want to say embedded, or I don't know, you just want it to be really well breaded. So it's embedded in there. The bread is embedded, I don't know, the breadcrumbs. So see, so when I put it in there, with my fork, I'm like scooping the breadcrumbs and then pressing it down. You can do this with your hands. I'm just not in the mood. I might do it after, you know, after I pause to do the rest of them, just to get it, you know, over and done with. I hit that one more time. Now, if you don't have cube steak in particular, you can just use regular, I believe, and you just have to use a mallet to get it thin, because you don't want it to be too thick. It's a thin steak. See, I always end up touching it because, you know, just kind of have to. But I washed my hands before I sat down. Just want to make sure this crumb is good. It's just labor intensive. It's really an easy, simple recipe. I mean, you can do this to pork chops, chicken breast. All right. So that's how it's gonna come out. And then I'm gonna put it to the side. And then I put all of them in the refrigerator for a little bit because you don't want the breadcrumbs to come right off when you put it in the oil. So I'm gonna do the rest off camera. I'll show you what they look like before I put them in the freezer, and then I'll show them how they look like when they come out. So here is what the first batch looks like. Let me see if I can show you. So I'm going to put them into the refrigerator for a little bit while I do the next batch. And the reason why I put them in the refrigerator is so that everything can get a little bit hard and compressed, and then you fry it. Because if not, everything will just fall apart. All their breadcrumbs that you just pressed and got your hands all dirty with, they'll just fall apart, and then what's the point of having breaded steak, right? So that's why I put them in the refrigerator, and then I'll show you how we fry them. All right, my loves, so our steak is ready to come out of the refrigerator. Our oil has been heating up in a very large pan. And now, let's get some. Oh, my ear is hurting right now. Somebody must be talking junk about me. All right, let's see. I want to show you how we do this. So you're just going to have to get, you know, my chest. All right. So, oh, my ear. Oh, sorry. All right. So this is just going to go into the oil. You don't want to have it to the point where it's gonna burn, so you want the oil to like medium high, and you don't want to crowd the pan. That's why I have a really big one. And that's how it looks like. Let me show you. See? And that's how they look like on the sheet. And I'd say about 10 minutes altogether. Gotta flip it, so 5 on one, 5 on the other. I'll show you how it looks like when we're done. So let me show you what it looks like when you flip it. Should be nice and crispy like that. And that's what it looks like when you flip them. So I got a little distracted, and the oil seed was a little bit hot, and they got a little extra crispy, the first ones. Yeah, I mean, definitely edible, but too dark, you know, like you want it golden. So we adjusted the oil, we're paying attention. See, this is why I like to share, like cooking, things happen, life happens, you walk away, your neighbors are yelling outside, let me close that window. But, you know, trying to watch the news and wash the dishes at the same time, and I got distracted, and I almost burnt them. So, let's keep an eye on them this time. Alright, so I wanted to show you the final product, and how we redeemed ourselves, even though my son just had the extra crispy one, and he loved it. But I just wanted to show you the difference. So, this is the extra crispy one, compared to the not so crispy one, just golden. Like I said, they're still good. So, not even 10 minutes. Like I said, about 3 minutes each side, depending on how thick it is. So, almost 10 minutes. Keep an eye on it, and don't put the oil too hot. And now I'm just going to eat some with some white rice. And enjoy my breaded steak. And I already had my lovely rice in my faithful rice cooker because I just love the way it comes out in there. Look how fluffy. Amazing. And I don't eat a lot, so that's just my portion. And then voila. Now, if I had some tostones, I would have already tore those up, but I forgot to buy some. But anyways, here's the final product. I hope you do it. And the rest of them that I didn't make, I actually am freezing in my freezer right here for another day. And then I don't have to go through everything. All I have to do is take them out and fry them up. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you make it. Let me know if you do. Comment down below if you have any tips or tricks that you do with this dish. And let me know if you make it and it comes out great. Alright, thanks.